Good evening, guys. Welcome to the stream. So, I've been building most of the day off stream, and I thought I'd do a little stream. Doesn't have to take too long, but just to give you guys an update and show you what I've been up to, basically. So I'm just checking streams all good. Hope you're all having a great day. So yeah, we've added some coasters. Here we go, guys. So, I'm going to kind of take it from down below, just to give you a bit of an idea of perspectives. So we got the volcano just over to the left here. And then if we keep going, you'll see there's a huge coaster in the background. This is not the Giga Coaster. And then there's a couple of other things I've done, which you'll see in just a moment. There's an extra coaster that now goes around the spooky area. But can't see it until you're there, which is pretty cool. And then as we come round, you'll start to see coasters doing inversions and everything in the background. Go, guys. So I've got a huge B&M, which is cursed times 2. You have to let me know your thoughts in just a moment, guys. I haven't done anything yet with this. Kind of jumped the gun on some other things. And then we have this log flume just here. I just want to check the stream's working, guys, as we've got nobody watching at the moment. Oh, just checking. So, where are we? Yeah, so I've kind of laid out the foundation for a log flume. And it's all right. It's a log flume. Can't make it feel like Neil's like last night, but it's quite a nice little addition to the park. Yes, it's a bit of an eyesore, but it won't be by the time it's done. I intend to have a runaway mine train going around this section and more than likely somehow cutting into here. So you're still going to have a kind of coaster. I'll probably have it come out of the ground here, go up and down and kind of around to give it that little bit more of a life, should we say. I'm going to strut all this up. Just had a little experiment here with just some minimal struts just to get an idea. It's kind of going to be an Alpine section. Evening, Neil. Hope you're well, buddy. It's going to be like an Alpine section with the runaway mine train going around it. So I just got to figure out how I'm going to do that. And then we got this huge thing just here, which is a huge B&M basically. And then the last item we have to show you, which looks really cool, is you'll see a little coaster track coming over the top here. So we'll just wait. You guys have probably seen it. If you can guess what coaster it is. But it's quite a cool little... it's not really an inversion, is it? It's a little section. Here it comes. Slimer! So that's kind of cool, that. I like that. And what I've done is basically... I've kind of done all the queue work. So, you know, you got more interactions with this coaster. What a cool view that is. Slimer going up the middle. And then Slimer kind of goes down between the queues and the exits of the rides, which I think is quite cool. I love how it kind of comes over the top there. I think that's such a cool view. Got to lower it just here a tiny bit, just to give it a tiny bit more clearance here. But basically, it just does a loop. So it goes up and then through through the Horror Heights, and then just does kind of a back and forth around the station basically. But it doesn't detract from what we already have. It actually adds, which is cool. So what we'll do, we'll just have a quick go on this, because I haven't had a go on it yet. Just to see what it's like with Slimer going around. Because I've purposely put Slimer at certain points of the track where hopefully if it's going round, we'll kind of get like a good interaction with it. So let's see, guys. I haven't ridden this yet since we've done Slimer. So fingers crossed. And I also haven't seen this view yet, so we'll pause it at the top here. There we go. There's that huge B&M. I've also, excuse me, finalised the water coaster, so that's now all done. And the log flume I'm still umming and ahhing with. So the problem is with the log flume is the actual trough piece is so long, it's so hard to do something quite tight, or tweet, should I say. But I thought it looked quite cool with just the different levels, and if I can get the runaway mine train to come round the back here and kind of go back down here and then through, that'll look quite cool, I think. So we'll see. Yeah, we didn't get many interactions then, unfortunately. Let's try one more. I know we had that bit where it come around here, which is quite cool. But there it is. Tried to get... Let's change the loading times. Let's do 20 by 20. Let's see if that makes a difference. Hi Colin, how you doing, buddy? It's definitely starting to go in the right direction. I'm just experimenting with coasters and stuff at the minute, but I think that just having this interaction, the head chopper, and going underneath the tracks and over the tracks and everything, once we get some buildings in here and some sculptures and, you know, spooky looking stuff, it'll start to pop, I hope. So we got one going through, one going up, and then hopefully this one leaves by the time, yeah. So we can't do it any quicker than that because that is on 10 miles an hour already. So basically we've always got one going round. I do like the way it goes through the steam, over the train, over the station, pops its head over. Hey Tom, how you doing, my man? Hope you're well. Quick updates really. I've put a Slimer coaster in here and it goes through the Horror Heights. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to build like a hallway and I'm just going to have it arch over itself, if you know what I mean. So it just actually bends with the track. So that'd be quite cool, and just have a door that opens either side, and then that kind of makes that work perfectly with this. Which then might coincide to like a bridge or something. Who knows where it's going to go. But there's a real cool element with Slimer, which is this bit just here. I wanted to ask you, if Planco 2 is released, what things are you wanting? I think we went through it all last night. Drop tracks, better station. To be honest with you, just a better working game. I'll be quite happy with what it has, if you know what I mean. It'd be nice to have a load of upgrades, but what upgrades, who knows? You know, it'd be lovely to have proper forward, backwards, switch tracks, all sorts and stuff like that. In respect of pieces, it'd be nice to have refresh pieces, better graphics, just overall a better running game. That's all I'd ask for, is a better running game. Especially after the parks last night. I had a little play with both parks last night off stream, and I just can't get them to go over 15 frames a second for some reason. But the funny thing is, now we got these coasters in here without any theming at the moment. We're running at 20 to 25 frames, so we're already starting to suffer, which is a bit of a shame. So what we'll do, I'll give you a little go on this. And guys, be honest, be open, tell me it's crap, tell me it's good. I really don't mind. I'm all good, Tom. Been a long day. I'm all good. But let me know on this, because it's a bit far-fetched. It's not too realistic. It's massive, but it seems smooth, engaging. I haven't picked a soundtrack yet. Don't know what theme in it's going to be. But let me know your thoughts, guys. And there is still some smoothing to be done. And it's a shame, but I can't get one to go through the loop whilst one's going up the lift hill. Possibly could if I put a block station at the middle of the lift hill, maybe. Block section, sorry. It is fairly smooth. I've done a lot of the transitions myself, a lot of the inversions myself. This is in game. This is all me. This is not an in-game piece. It may look like it, but it's not. In-game. This is me, not in-game. Half and half on that one. I think I might change it back to the actual in-game. And then we got a little launch just to boost it a little bit. Over a very, very long airtime hill. Little interaction with the coaster. Comes back through between the tracks. This is all me, this bit. So I don't think I did too bad with that. This bit's an in-game piece. And then this helix all me as well. So, honest opinions, guys, because does it get the heart racing? Is it something that feels good? I think it feels okay. It's very, very long, obviously. Look at that view there. You can imagine that to the left being all hilled up with pine trees and everything, but it looks good. You know, once we get trees in around the base, cover up some of the sports and stuff like that, get a station building in, theme it with whatever, and obviously bring the log flume into it, and then obviously the runaway mine train. So yeah, honest thoughts, guys, would be genuinely appreciated on that. It does the job. It does the job. Bit of smoothing out in there. Other than that, great coaster. Cheers, mate. But, you know, slime is cool. I like this. I do like this little coaster. It's kind of cool. Bit of a crazy first drop. But, hey, what the heck. That was a cool interaction. I really like that. I mean, that's such a cool little coaster. I don't know why. And I can just see it. It was like there when we come up through this bit and the drop coaster was going through the corkscrew. It just looked awesome. And then you got the train over the top. It just, yeah. Hey, Austin, how you doing? It will make it more interesting once we get a load of stuff around it. And once I pick a soundtrack for it, whatever we decide to do. But yeah, I don't think that's too bad, considering I did a lot of the inversions myself, which is cool. But once we get the Giga bouncing through as well, that'll kind of interact with it. And then we have a small extension, really, and I've kind of refined this today. So basically what I did was where this came off this airtime hill, it just came around here. I've actually extended it a little bit, which has slowed it down slightly. And I've had to really amend how I've done around by the waterfalls. I've had to lower it quite some. But it kind of gives it a nice feel, actually, because it slows down and then speeds up a bit through here, and then slows down, speeds up a little bit, and then comes back into the station. So it's quite a nice ride. I've also stuck a swing arm in there, because I thought over the canopy of the trees has a good interaction with the coaster, good interaction with the walkway. You've got the train going through in the background, the boats popping in and out the station, which don't click as far as I'm aware. Nope. So yeah, it's all starting to come together. This actually feels pretty cool now. We'll just go for a quick ride on this. I like the slime one, and I think once we start rushing past buildings and zipping around statues, cemeteries, you know, because the beginning of the drop coaster, as it comes out underneath Slimer, that's going to be all a kind of cemetery looking graveyard. So that's going to obviously now incorporate Slimer, which is pretty cool. And what I might try and do, just to make it look a little bit more interesting, is a bit like the alligator or the crocodile last night in the middle of the map where it was lit up green. What I might try and do is light Slimer up as it goes around, but try not to light the track up, you know what I mean? But we'll see how we can go about that. Yeah, well, Tom, I've had a little bit of inspiration this week, to be honest with you, mate. Plus it's nice to have some members on YouTube and everything like that. So yeah, things feel good with the park anyway. So again, this is a little bit of a slow section to start with, but obviously it's going to be themed, and there will be some kind of reason behind the madness. And then obviously we'll start coming up here, we'll get some steam going, whatever, you know. But I like this. I really like this. I love how smooth this is. I lowered the track a little bit in the water trough, so hopefully you'll notice that. You only see the bits as you go around the corners now. But enjoy, guys. I think that's pretty cool. What I have done is I have done the water splash to this now. Excuse me. So as it comes around, there you go, guys. How's that look? So you get soaked on the train. And then as it comes down to here, if you're in a boat, unlucky enough to be in a boat, you also get drenched here. How about that? That look good? I think this bit looks awesome. I have done them at slightly different angles, so, you know, it doesn't look like a complete repetitive line. Then, like I say, that bit works quite well. This theming is just theming to try and get some peeps down here, basically. But yeah, no, the park's transformed now. I mean, I was actually sitting here this morning because I didn't have any of this in this morning. So basically everything I've done today is basically here and the Smiler Coaster. The Smiler Coaster, literally, I did about half hour before I went live. It just went in so easy. And to be fair, it's a fairly simple kind of thing. But you do get them like that in real life, you know? So maybe not as steep as this on the first drop. But you know, they're always simple coasters, the kiddie coasters. You know, instead of just having one that just goes round like that, why not branch it out, bring it through, interconnect it with other stuff? So, and I love how it comes over the top here from the viewpoint, you know. I mean, you're not going to see that block section there because obviously the station's going to come up to here. So this will be coming over the roof of the station, basically. Oh yes, and I did. There's not a second one. I just did some terrain work. I was chilling back in the chair and I couldn't be bothered to use the keyboard, so I just grabbed the terrain tool and I thought, you know what, let's start, because I needed to do that anyway. But what it's now done is, I mean, look at that now. The depth perception you have there is awesome. I don't know how it looks from these coasters. I haven't ridden them since I did it. Let's have a little ride, see what you think, guys. Still struggling to smooth these out, but anyway. So yeah, that actually works quite well because it just kind of gives it that little bit more, how can I put it? You're kind of more, you feel as though you're more in the actual trough than just being out in the open now. So just having those, I mean, from the car park, it looks good, you know? It took about 10 minutes, literally. I just grabbed the terrain tool, turned it on 100% and just started building these mounds. And to be honest, they need a lot more work. But like we did, excuse me, like we did in Thunderland, Adventure Valley, we'll just tree the front of them because we don't need to tree the back of them, subject to where the Giga goes. But yeah, I'm not sure on this. I like it, but I'm not, I don't know, not 100% on it, you know? And I did it without any friction delay, or easier friction, should I say. That whole thing is done on normal. Good views here. Look at that. Where's Slimer? There he is. Going down the drop. Hey Steffi, how are you? You just got to imagine this all timber. All wood, Alpine look, struts holding everything up. Little timber houses or whatever, you know. And all the Alpine trees and rocks and reeds. So this will pop eventually. But it's more about the views, I think, than anything. I'm all good, thank you. All good. I am Planet Coaster, so all is good. Wonder if having a soundtrack on this would make it a little bit more, so I think what we need. Old timers campfire. That's a cool song to have on it. Reminds me of Splash Mountain, this. Not that that's anymore, unfortunately. Being replaced with Tiana, Princess and the Frog. You can imagine the train coming around here and then over here, or into here, should I say, whichever way I'm going to do it. Might do a helix round and have it come back out the top, who knows. That'd be quite cool. See, the only thing I hate with this, you cannot determine the speed. And then this looks a little odd, but basically this is going to be like a cliff bridge into the other hill, the other side of the path. So I got the inspiration from you, Neil, from what you did yesterday, mate. I thought that was such a cool log flume. And I haven't tried to replicate it, I've just tried to do as much as I can in such a small an area, and I'm amazed how hard it is because the length of the trough, you can't have it small. It's incredible how you did what you did. And then we got a silly big drop. And you get to see the coasters coming in, flying around. There you go, here comes one. So this, again, this is why I've put these rides in to try and get the viewpoints as well. You know, probably going to see a lot of the mine train going around here. A load of woodwork for that. You only get to see that one come in. So I've timed these perfectly. I think I can only have 13 on the track. I thought you could have more than that. Maybe it's because I've got a drop. I'm not too sure. But they literally come into the station, and as one arrives, one leaves. So it's perfectly timed. So you can always see log flumes going round. And you get the smashes all the time as well, which is quite cool because there's quite a few drops in there, just like yours, Neil. But then you get to see the coaster as well. There you go. How cool is that? Kind of why that coaster is so big, because it's very much like a Witch's Flight in Thunderland Adventure Valley, but just much bigger. But you're going to get some great views. You can imagine like this all rock worked up, a few trees popping out, bushes, stuff like that. It's going to look so good. The reason why I haven't done the hill here yet is because obviously I need to put in the runaway mine train. So I've got to put that in before I start doing any hill work. Because what I don't want to have to do is try and put the station underground and then try and do all that. Bleh, no, pain. So yeah, there's a log flume, guys. So it's a relaxed ride. But I just thought, you know what, I thought it would look quite cool because it kind of looks as though that's the edge of the park, and then as you come round, it then opens up again. Do you know what I mean? So that works really, really well. I'm happy with that. And how Slimer looks when it comes over the top here. I love that bit. I just think that looks so good. The only bit, as I say, I've got to lower this bit of track here. It's not close, but it's close enough. I'll just show you. But how cool is that? Just straight through. I love that view. Look at that. How cool is that? I don't know. Can I get away with that? I think you get away with that, wouldn't you? In real life? I don't know. They're all ducking. Evening, Chris. How are you, darling? Hope you're having a great evening. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've done. I put some more lamps in around here. I know it sounds silly. I just got a bit bored. So I was like, oh, I haven't done the lamps up the top. So put those in around here. Just gives it a little bit more depth at night time. So yeah, what I was thinking with Slimer, I don't know how I'll do it, but I'll figure it out. I think that'll look quite good. I'll try and light it up green, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it's definitely coming along. The only reason why I did this was to make a round path, basically, so I just got to delete that. There will be, obviously, an interior something to it. What I was thinking of doing, and I know it sounds silly, but when I bring the mine train round here, I was thinking of having it go around the inside here, kind of like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. But then I thought, probably spoil the views. Probably won't be that exciting either if you try and do something like that. You'd have to really have it come up, come up, come up. So again, I haven't got a clue what I'm going to do here. Haven't got a clue what I'm going to do here. I didn't even have an idea I was going to do this today. But the reason why I've done it the way I've done it is because we can fit a ride in here if need be. We can fit something in here if need be. Obviously the mine train's going to go in here, and then whatever else we decide to put in here. So it's getting there. So this obviously is going to be a hill here as well. So I'll filter that through there, so you won't be able to see much of the back of that coaster. But what you will have is the runaway mine train going around the hill, up, down. Probably more round here than here, possibly. Purely because I've got more room. I can do more with it. But yeah, it's yeah. I love this. This was so. This literally took me about half hour to build, guys, and it just feels so cool. There you go. You got a view of the old drop going over the edge. And he's going to come up through the bottom. We can actually probably do another helix at the end there, to be honest with you. Let's do that. Lower this. JP, how you doing, buddy? You good? We've made some big improvements to the park, if you haven't seen earlier in the stream. I'm just sorting out a couple of bits right now. Right. Start test. Let's go. Número uno. Got lift hill. What is going on? It did this earlier, and I don't know why it's doing it. It should be fine. Should have been fine, that. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. It keeps glitching. It's odd. So open it up. Give it a go. Hopefully we'll make a circuit this time, guys. There you go, going for the corkscrew. Slime again up the lift hill. Going over the train. And then, yeah, I think we're good. That then comes into the station when that one's left. So that means they're going to go around there a little bit quicker. Do that leaves. There you go. There we go. Right, so we've always got two out on the circuit. Not on the circuit, one lift hill, one circuit, but hey. Yeah, so JP, big changes. We got a log flume in. Please ignore how it looks because it's going to look good once it's done. You can kind of see it here. You got a little bit of wood, rocks, so forth. I was just getting a test to see how I could fit everything around. But the reason why there's no hill this side is because I'm putting the runaway mine train in first, and I've got to figure out how I'm going to do that because I do want it to pop out here, go over, and then kind of bank round, and then potentially come round down here into an upward helix, and then back round the other side, and then come back into the circuit. So yeah, that'll that should pop by the time that's done. If you're wondering why I haven't gone up with the hill here, I did earlier. I did it all the way to there, but the problem was it just looked like it was a blob of terrain as you look round. So I've just sculpted that up a little bit, and then subject to how we do the mine train, I'll support those accordingly. So yeah, it's getting there, guys. It's 100% getting there. And then we got this huge kind of B&M style thing. I'll give you a quick ride. If you can let me know what your thoughts are, Steffi. But yeah, that was the intention with Slimer, was to have it feel that way. We'll use this one straight at the beginning. I've got to sort out that beginning. But yeah, I wanted it to kind of feel as though it was kind of like floating around. So it's got that feeling, which is cool. And when it goes into the horror heights, you're actually going to go into a hallway, but the hallway is going to bow with the track. So it feels like it's a bent hallway, if you know what I mean. But it'll look cool. It'll look cool when it's done. So just imagine the kind of horror heights hallways, and then you'll have that in there, basically. Similar, anyway. The more I ride it, the more I like it. There's one bit, excuse me, this feels a bit harsh on the airtime hill, personally. I need to smooth that down a bit. So as though you're kind of going up, bang, kind of thing, if you know what I mean. I kind of want it to feel a little bit more floaty. Oh. That one's floaty. We know that one is. It's needed a tweak. Now this corkscrew here, I can either do it the way I've done it, as in I've done it, or I change it back to the normal configuration, because I can't quite seem to get the right turn on it for some reason. See, it won't let me twist that bit for some... It won't let me go any further than that. So I don't know why it's doing that. But anyway, so yeah, we've got to figure out that bit. I think actually if I bring out a tad... Try that. So that worked quite well. This bit is still atrocious. I need to do that bit. Right, that's smooth. That's all good. Coming in here, I think you do that. Do that. Oh. Good. Do there. Right. There's only actually there's tiny bit here. Right, let's do this. Let's give it another go, guy. Oh no, hold on. Let's do that beginning bit first. Right. Make this a little bit smoother. think it works. Right, well that's pretty much the update, guys, to be honest with you. Is there anything else I did? No, that was it. So yeah, it's... Yeah. I think it's working. I like the way this ride works with the swing. That works well. You do get a couple of... Well, an interaction occasionally when it goes through the Cobra roll. But that airtime hill there felt a lot better. I think I've got to lower that down. But yeah, we've got the train station behind the splash for the log flume. That's now all in. I am going to build some form of bridge to go across here, which I think will look quite cool. Yeah, it is all starting to piece together now. So I know I say there's enough room for a ride here, but what I mean by that is something like maybe a spinny coaster or yeah, mouse coaster or something. I don't know, something along those lines, not too big. And in respect of a ride here, obviously we could take the paving back there and put another plaza in. But yeah, so far what we got then? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coasters, 7 coasters so far. 1 log flume, 2 horror heights, a carousel, a dodgems, a gondola, tram system, and a boat ride, and a big swing. Yeah, it's definitely getting there, guys. So that's pretty much the update, really. I am a bit spent. It's been a very long day playing this, doing this. But yeah, let me know in the comments, guys, what you think to it. Whether or not you think I should go ahead with this coaster. I think once we got trees and rocks and everything else going around it, and we pick an idea of a theme, I guess, more than anything. I haven't got a clue what I'm going to do. But this area here is going to be very Alpine kind of feel with the runaway mine train. And then whatever we're going to do over here, basically. So yeah, we've got Pirate, we've got Adventure. I think that's going to be China, I think. Because I might try and put the observatory in. Because that actually is kind of in the middle of the park then. And you'll get some great views on that, I think. Could work quite well, actually. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. So yeah, obviously I'd have to change things up a bit, but I don't know, would that look alright? Obviously that would be down here. I'd love to know how that's letting me place that there. Anyway. How on earth has that let me place that like that? Yeah, I think the log flume's going to feel quite cool. I really do. I mean, I may even come in with the mine train. I may even come in here or up the top here and have it come in, back in and back down. I genuinely do not know. I did start one earlier, as you can see here. I put it a little bit further down and then basically I bought the lift hill up the side here. But having it as a lift hill it looked a bit... It didn't look right, if you know what I mean. So my thoughts are, is if I have it kind of rushing in here, and then it kind of goes along the side, around here, and somehow maybe try and incorporate it. I don't know, we could potentially... How have I done this? It'll be a bit close, but I'm not sure. I may bring it in here and go through there. Who knows? Who knows? It all depends how it comes out. But that's... I would love to try and do something like that live stream, but that's very much one of those where you have to sit here for hours looking at 2-3 bits of track section and trying to figure out how you're going to do it and how you're going to bring it together. So, but no, seriously, guys, let me know in the comments whether or not you like this coaster. If you do or you don't, because it is a bit wild, it is a bit big. Maybe I can move it. I don't know. Maybe I could put it down the back here. Who knows? Maybe it'll work better over there. But believe it or not, it is. How far is it? 10,000 foot track. Huge. Huge. 5,000 feet. 5.5. Nearly 6. Slimer must be the smallest coaster. Even that's at just under 3,000 feet. Crikey. 5,000 feet. So 5,000 feet is the average average length of my rides, guys. 4.5 on the log flume. But yeah. There we go. How long is the train? It doesn't tell you. 17,000 feet. So there we go, guys. That's that from Thunderland Adventure Valley. Not Thunderland Adventure Valley. I've got to get my names right, haven't I? Thunderland Great Adventure. There we go. Greatest Adventure. Maybe that's what I should call it. Still, I'm in an iron about that coaster, but every time I ride it, it seems to warm on me a little bit. I'm just not sure if it needs to go back a bit, if you know what I mean. So then we can put maybe an area in front and an area here. Still got to figure out how I've got to put the Giga in as well, and where I'm going to put the lift hill for that. So, well, I think that's engaging enough, but the reason why it probably doesn't feel it is because I've got no music on it and we got no theme going with it. You know, at least with the one in Thunderland Adventure Valley, with the Witch's Flight, it was kind of going over the hills as if it was a witch kind of going up to the moon and then coming back down. So that there was a reason by how that coaster kind of flew around, where with this, it's kind of just built. And all I've tried to do is make it have as many cars go around as possible, but thrilling, engaging. And I think once we get a theme to it and get some music on there, hopefully that will bring that to life. I think it's alright. It's got slow moments, it's got fast moments, it's got hang time, it's got forced, upside down, it's got loads of air time. And it's got some good vistas as well, I think. Thing is, what you got to remember is, half of it you're probably not going to see because of trees and buildings in front here, restaurants, shopping areas. This is going to be a big hill. So you're not going to see up the back here, majority of it. You're only going to see it from the log flume, you know, which is what I want to kind of achieve. So we'll see. It's not... Yeah, I like it. I think it works. It just depends whether or not I need to push it back or move it over or whatever, really. Or even, dare I say it, take it around the back there. Because it potentially could fit that. That could fit around the back here. So it might even work better around here. Who knows? Without any of the terrain work, it's not like it's linked with anything. It just goes around the train. So, yeah. Right, guys, I keep saying it. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to park it there. I hope you're enjoying the park come to life. Thunderland, great adventure. Smash the like button if you did. Sorry we're not building for too long. But hopefully tomorrow I will try and be on as long as I can, building with you. And then go from there. guys, thanks for joining. Smash the like. Thanks to all the members, patrons, etc. You're all genuinely appreciated at this moment in time. Catch you later, guys. See you soon. Bye bye.